Yo, YouTube, what's goody? It's Aeflic, and we're back with a brand new video. We're gonna be having a little chat about Indar, my favorite vacation home when it's chilly out. I like to get that golden teddy bear brown color on my skin so I can look crispy. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Okay, we're going to jump into Indar. We're going to discuss the bases that we like on this continent. If we went through every base, this video would be an hour, mostly because it was an hour when I went through every base. So for the sake of time, we're going to limit this to the bases that we like. We have it broken down into 3 categories. We have single bases, aka there's just an A point. We have triple point bases, so an A, B, and a C point, and then we have major facilities that we like. We're going to start with major facilities that we like on Indar. Number 1, Zervin with a Z amp station. Right here. Now, the reason that we like this amp station is because it is a triple point amp station. If you take one of these points, you then secure a hard spawn. Okay, this is / should have been the future of Planetside 2. Very difficult to keep a bus alive, to fight overpop while attacking, and have some people defend the bus. You need everyone on the attack. So the idea that you cap a point and you gain a hard spawn is incredible. I would like to see in the future this get almost stretched out more linear. So an A, a B, a C, defender spawn over here. And maybe like a garage Sunday like here, defender spawn here, A, B, C. And almost like this more like linear tug of war type of idea. And you pull your bus up into the garage, you flip A point, you get a hard spawn. You got B point, maybe you get a hard spawn. You got C point, maybe you get a hard spawn. And then obviously defenders can take those points back and secure their own forms of hard spawn closer, obviously, to the fight. Anyway, I like Zervin because of that. It creates very interesting, fun, more engaging fights than going back and forth on the generators and then trying to stuff people on the A point. The second facility that we want to discuss in reality is all 3 tech plants. You have Mao Tech, you have Harvar tech plant, and we have Tarwitz tech plant. All 3 great bases. Tech plants are my favorite bases in the game. They provide a lot of depth and space for time. You can trade out, by starting in these buildings and then working your way back to grinders, to the gun deck above, and even all the way back to primary. The base just feels like it is segmented almost into different zones, and I really enjoy the different parts of the base that you can find at a tech plant. And then obviously playing inside the actual tech plant proper for the point, for the most part, you're protected from vehicles. Having a base like that is a lot of fun to fight in. So I like all 3 tech plants for that reasoning. They have great beacon spawns here on the legs, and even router spawns, even though I don't play that much with routers. Tech plants, great bases. So we're going to put all 3 of those on the facilities. I'm not really a fan of the other facilities on the map. And then we have triple point bases on Indar. And if I'm not mistaken, pretty much all of them are on my list. Triples just kind of create a bottleneck to fight a Zerg, and it gives you enough time to gather a defense there. It's a lot of fun to spawn at a triple point stations such as Camp Connor against Overpop, and you have to fight outside of the tower. You have to push your way out of the tower. And some of the best infantry fights / farms are in triple point towers. So many avenues to flank. You can go upstairs, mid deck, downstairs, You can go on the air paths, you can jump off of those, you can put a beacon here, you can play on the outskirts. And even if you never get reinforced, you can always play at a triple tower like this and usually get a really good fight regardless of pop. And obviously if you get some reinforcing pop, you can push out, stabilize a little bit, maybe grab a point or two, and kind of again stabilize the fight. So Camp Connery is on that list as one of the bases. J9 impact site. I love the fight in and around here on J9 impact site. So many different avenues and places to play here. Not a fan of the B point or the C point. They're too far. They're too disconnected. Indar X. Another great base. This fourth of the base, I don't really fight here very often. I don't really enjoy this portion. It feels very disconnected from the rest of the fight. A little too far to get to the C point here. I like the interaction at A point. I like the interaction at B point. And I like playing in and around here. Here? Here? And I enjoy the interaction in and around here. Obviously the tower itself as well. Quartz Ridge Camp. The main concern that I have with this base, besides obviously I do enjoy this base, are the spawns. It takes a long time to spawn in here and get all the way to A point. I don't like that part of the fight. I do enjoy fighting here on C point. I do enjoy fighting in this kind of random secluded area over here. I enjoy fighting on the A point and all the way up here and even into these buildings here. I enjoy the B point fight. I enjoy the tunnel fight here, attacking and defending. And I like this whole area. Well, this is a separate fight. I like this area right here for fighting when it does happen. And I enjoy working this angle as well to get access to B point. Quartz Ridge is a lot of fun. It's just super spread out and can be a little challenging in that regards, especially when you're super aggressive and you get all the way to here and maybe you get sniped or you fight like 2v1, 3v1 and you lose that and you gotta restart. Vanu Archives. This is a little different. It's not your normal tower triple base, which is why it's a lot of fun and can be very interesting, especially on defense. Spawns can be a little frustrating when you're attacking here, just because, again, they're so far from the actual fight, which, yeah, sure, you flip the 2 points on the bottom. This is the main fight all the way up here. I like when it's on the pads. I like when it's in this building down here. I love when it's up here. So many different avenues to work that it's a lot of fun. Great base. Great base. Don't get to fight here a lot though. Regent Rock Garrison, another tower triple, another great base. And I love the interactions on all the points. C point, A point, and Bravo point, B point. Obviously I love fighting the tower as well. I don't really muck with the north side very much. But I really do enjoy this fight, attacking and defending. Again, when you're attacking these bases, primarily you want to begin on the tower, unless you have great spawns somewhere else. If you have no spawns and there's still a lot of pop here, and there's no other fight on the map, or maybe you're NC and you have no fights and VS and TR are fighting down here, boom, Reaver here, Beacon, grab some kills. It's a great way to supplement your KPM and supplement no fights on your faction. So another great base, Regent Rock Garrison. Crossroads Watchtower. Another triple tower. I love the interaction at B point. All through here. This is the B point interaction area, I guess. Obviously, we like the tower. A point, I like. Even small pop, A and B can be really good. I don't mind the interaction out to here. I'm not a fan of this area. I'll play down here, but it's usually Scamas. Very once in a while is it good. Same thing with C. C can be great, but most of the time there's just too much open area here to cross. And again, when you're playing aggressive and you die a lot, but you're still maintaining a high KPM and decent KD, it just spawns forever. It's just forever to get back over here. So I don't mind C point. I don't mind even fighting over here. It's just a little more disconnected from the base. And a lot of the times when this is a 1v1 fight, this is where the defenders anchor. And it kind of becomes a stalemate here. And there's not a lot to work. You can still work it. It can be super, super good on C point. But again, Not my favorite point to fight at. The Crown, the classic, probably one of the most iconic bases in the game since release. A lot of updates here. Again, another triple tower base. A lot of issues with this base still. This bridge has almost no part to play. Very rarely is there a fight over here. Typically speaking, could be a bus anywhere in here for defenders. Sometimes there's a bus over here. A lot of times there's a bus here. Great base for defense. B point being in the caves can feel very tight, very campy. And when the pops hit supernova or there's a rider down here, it's just trading decimators and grenades, and it's just kind of gimmicky down here, and there's no progression. Fight flow kind of stops. That being said, terrible bus spawn over here. If this is the only spawn for attackers, the issue is there's no access here into the crown. This is sealed off. You either have to cross all the way around north and come in here, this door here, or come south side across the V term and enter here. Very, very difficult to do. If there's no fight in these triples, it's probably not worth it, and you need to beacon on the actual tower itself. This spawn, not bad. Rider inside of this L, not bad. This interaction, I like here attacking and defending. I like really fighting in all this right here. On the top floor. Buses are down here, buses down here. Fighting uphill sucks. Very, very difficult to do. Obviously spawning here and then coming up here and then fighting actually in here is fine, but when you're fighting uphill and there's people in these areas, very, very difficult. Same thing on this side. I don't mind being a defender and pushing down on this. Obviously, to balance it out, usually the other team has overpop, so it works in everyone's favor, depending on what team you're on. Same thing, I like pushing down here or pushing up from the Bravo Point tunnel and then fighting in and around this area. I have a lot of good fights here. I dumpstered Father Time here a lot the other day, so no big deal. Crimson Bluff Tower, another triple tower base. I love the interaction here. No point over here, but I do like the interaction here. Not a super fan of this just because it feels a little disconnected. It's very far, long approaches for infantry players to kind of run to. I like the B point interaction, even with the kind of long approach, but it still works. This is the bread and butter of this fight for me right here. Using different angles and different levels on the tower, you can get a lot of kills and piece control out here and manipulate the board as you see fit. And then obviously pushing this. Lots of people inside usually, lots of kills in here, lots of kills on the outside here, lots of kills on the backside, and a lot of kills leading up to their Sunday, right? Then you have some options depending on how many people are up here. You can fight here, even come up this backside, or you clear this entire area, you clear the A point, you double check the Sunday spawns, you either kill those, there's none, and then you roll up right side and kind of clear this area over here. A lot of fun had at Crimson Bluff Tower. Royal Toure Station. Wow, I aced that in one fucking go. Pretty pumped. Anyway, another tower triple. Don't see a lot of action over here. It can be okay. But again, the bread and the butter really is the tower fight here. But the V point can be fun to mingle in and use as cover and kind of get in and out. But the main push here, attack and defense, is on the A point. A lot of fun on both sides for me on this triple right here. Really enjoy the fight right through this area. Feldspar Canyon base. We don't get a lot. This is one of the only bases I might take off just due to the fact that we don't fight here very much. But I've had good fights here long ago, so I've left it on. Again, it's a triple tower base. Actually, this takes me back to beta. Playing here on the bridge, but regardless, it's a triple tower fight. I don't even really know the interactions anymore here because I haven't fought here in so long. So we won't go too deep into Feldspar because I don't really remember because we don't really see a lot of fights here. That's it for triples. That brings us to single point bases. We're going to start with Benson Construction. This can be a wonky base. A lot of these bases suck very, very poorly against overpop. Vehicles really ruin a lot of these fights. But when the infantry fight is solid, these bases can work. I have a lot of fun playing this L here. A lot of tug of war in this building. Point can be okay. Smaller fights. And I don't mind some of the interactions over here. Not the best base, but it does work sometimes. One of my favorite bases on Indar is Cora Med Labs. A lot of the times the main spawn is camped in by vehicles. You take the teleporter and you have options to go left or right and kind of shoot back up to the top. A lot of fun working some crazy angles over here. Love playing on the point. Don't mind playing in this area either. I'm playing ultra aggressive. Really do enjoy this space. A lot of defense where you're on this rampart here, you clear it, and you're fighting even all the way out here, which can be okay. Same thing here. Buses can be deployed here and fighting right here. Even spawn on these buses and coming in the side door can be rough, but you can still net a lot of kills here. Usually I beacon somewhere on this, but this is one of my favorite bases on Indar, Core Med Labs. Always go here if there's a fight, or if there's no fight, I usually beacon here and I start a fight here. Mount Watchtower. I enjoy this base. It's not a triple tower base. It is a single point tower base with the point on the powerhouse. A lot of good interactions here with the bridge fight, attacking and defending. And then some decent interactions over here, but really good interactions on the point itself. It can be a bitch to break. We've already gone over that. Every base, every single point can be a bitch. I love the interactions right here as well. This is probably my favorite place to play. Here or even up in here. It doesn't really go to the tower very often. People usually just camp right here and wait for people to cross the street. But one of my favorite bases on Indar again is probably Mount Watchtower. Let's see here. Dahaka South. A lot of fights happen here. A lot of fights happen here. It's a very high trafficked area. But the interaction here is great. I love working through the single stack into the double, along the bridge, into the powerhouse, or jumping off and working short stairs, or flanking around the door 3. I like the interaction here. I don't mind the interaction here. Usually I'm flanking this, or I'm kind of holding this on the inside, kind of peeking in and out. I like this base a lot. I even like when the fights are out here at this base. I love this base. Gets really bad with vehicles here, but that's most bases again. But I do, just because of the traffic that I get here, is one of the bases that I enjoy. Okay, Indar Calm, another hit or miss base. When the defenders make it to this line here, the fight's done for the attackers. It's very, very bad. People get bogged down here forever because it's very hard to pop the buses. That being said, love piece controlling the triple. A lot of fun in there. You can always play on the outside here. Obviously, if there's not a lot of spawns coming in here. Love fighting in the double stack. Love fighting on the sides here, attacking or defending. Same thing with the point area. Super exposed, but when there's not a lot of vehicles here, it's a lot of fun. I don't really fuck with this shit over here. I don't mind pushing down into these areas here. I enjoy the fight there. Havar Databank, another one of my bases is pretty high up on my list for bases that I enjoy fighting at, and this has a lot of fights at it as well. And what's great about this base is attacking and defending. I like this interaction right here. I like this interaction out here. I like the interaction even out here. A lot of times there's a bus here. Love fighting right here. I love fighting on the point itself. I love fighting on the stairs here, and even to the bus, which usually it's over at that point. And I love the interaction on this bridge here. Love this interaction. Really great base. Jeez, ridiculous. Okay, Autumn Botany Wing. Sometimes the spawns seem a little far to the actual fight, but this can be a lot of fun. This is also one of my favorite bases. Gets a lot of action at it. Love fighting the double stack here. Love dropping off of this if this is too hot, and then rolling on the flank here. Same thing on this side. Love fighting inside this little building here, the generator building. Love fighting in the double stack. Love fighting down here. Just not so much. The angles are a little bit different, but I like this base. It's a good base to fight at. Snake Ravine Lookout. I know probably a lot of people hate this base, but when it's not camped by vehicles, I love playing this little hut, attacking or defending it. I love working this backside of the stairs on the ground, and then crossing back inside underneath, or going upstairs and fighting on the upstairs. Love the point area. Love the stairs right here, and I love fighting this back building, kind of all around that. I go a little bit deeper. Sometimes you can get a good push out here, and net some kills if the bus is back here or something. I don't really fuck with this side so much. Sometimes there's one or two guys out here that are sniping and you gotta go deal with them or whatever when there's nothing else to do here. But majority of the time it's right here on the side of the base. I do enjoy this base. TI alloys, the devs fixed the base and then deleted it, so we couldn't play here. I don't understand it. Getting rid of the rock bridge was great. The issue with TI alloys before was the crown always took this spot here. Even when series would take this spot, crown would eventually take it back and then put a bus here. So north side sucked whenever you had it. If you owned TI, it was great. If you had crown, it wasn't so bad. This was always Kamas whoever got this. By deleting this, it really helped anchor this spawn right here for the north side. So now you have a nice triangle. North side spawn, TI spawn, and then somewhere, if you can get the bus in here and hold it, that's the best bet. Three-way fight, it's okay to have it here. 1v1, not so good. This becomes very Skamas for attack and defense. You can still work some angles if you force it, but I don't like when it's a 1v1 from this sunny position. Triple, three-way, this is one of my favorite bases in the game. We just played here too much. That being said, though, there's so many angles to work. I love playing underground right here. I love the deep flank. I love playing over here. I love making the wall jump up here. Then playing off of doubles. Usually this door is camped. This door is camped. Sometimes they're not, though, depending on the pop, and you can work some crazy angles or flanks there, especially in 1v1s, faction-wise. Love playing in this area. Love playing in this area. Yeah, it's okay over here. When you force it and it has to be over here, it's fine. When it has to be, it's okay over here. I don't mind this interaction out here at all. A lot of fun out here. Love this base. One of my favorite. Even though we can't play there. Okay, let's see here. Paris Field Tower. Weird base. Don't get a lot of fights here. Very rarely do I even muck with this over here. I don't even know if I've ever been over here. Obviously, tower is fine. But I like the interaction right here. I love the interaction right here. These fights are usually short, but I like them attacking and defending. Paris Eastern Grove, classic 6v6 map. When the fight's here and the attackers own both the V and the I, or they own the V and then they own everything past this line, very difficult to push out. But when you can fight inside this, it's a really good fight inside the actual base itself. I like this base a lot. Okay, let's see. Paris Barracks. Again, I like it very contained inside of this fight, infantry fight right here. I do like the interaction here, though. Xenotech, probably one of my favorite bases on Indar, yet again. The interactions on this base are incredible when they're good. Powerhouse works. Backside of Powerhouse works. Even right here, you can get some, kind of cheesy interactions. Right here works. Right here works. All this is kind of separate though, so this and even this right here, this is actually a really good spot. These, you can get some good action here. Usually people sleeping, super easy. All along the backside, great. Inside the point, upstairs, downstairs. I love the interactions here and the options that you have. I love playing here. I love playing in this. One of my favorite bases. Like it a lot. Palisade, another one of my favorite bases in the game, aka Indar. I don't really give a shit about. Draw a line right here and over. I don't care about. Yeah, you can get some kills over here, but it's kind of irrelevant. I don't really care about this. Don't really care about the triple. Yes, if they're inside this, you can pick up a lot of fucking kills. This is very close to your spawn. Majority of the time, though, it's clearing this or holding this and then fighting on the outside here, pushing in the bridge either side, fighting in this building right here, fighting this little hovel, and then fighting on the L point and then the point itself. Obviously, when the fight gravitates out here, the fight's getting close to done. This can be okay, though. It can actually be okay when the point's being held by the attackers. This is okay, too, but if you die, it's over. Spawns are just so long. One of my favorite bases in the game. Okay, Russ Mesa Lookout. Dog water fucking base, but I actually like it a lot. I get some really good farms here when the fights are good. Love this interaction here. Love this interaction here. And I love the point interaction. Obviously, when you're fighting down here, attacking uphill can be Skamas. Same thing over here. Same thing over here. But I do enjoy this base when it's not being camped by vehicles in A2G. Zervin Storage Yard. The pops are always a little misconstrued because of the way the hex system works here. and kind of bleeds into Zervin's storage yard. I like this base. I don't know why, but people always camp almost 100% around the spawn. Easy fucking kills, especially out here. Grab 4 or 5 kills, and then you kind of roll this deep flank over here. And people are just oblivious, but you can pick up hella kills in this area. I like the open spaces here. I like fighting in and around this area as well. The rest of the base kind of out here is whatever. I don't even know. I don't really fight over there. Love this base though. Don't get a lot of fights here. Don't get a lot of large fights here either. Copper Ravine. I know this is super close to the warp gate, but when I get fights here, I love it. I love the kind of the way this base is set up here. Obviously, if the defending here and north super easy and sometimes slow, but the fights on the inside of this base are really good, or very close to the outside here. Very, very good. I like this base a lot. I'll let them broadcast how we did skip over that one. Observant Pump as well. Really, really, really enjoy this base. It has an SCU at it, whatever. I like the interactions attacking and defending here. Love the interactions in and around the triple. Love this. Pushing super aggressive, even against overpop, to get here and then working the balcony. You have some options to drop off here in major flank. A lot of fun up here. A lot of fun. Out to broadcast hub, great base. A lot of options. A lot of fights within the fight. Like this fight over here on the triple. This kind of back alleyway. Obviously the bus spawn here. I really like the entirety of the space. Fighting inside of it, attacking or defending. I enjoyed the space a lot. NS Refinery. Okay. I like the interaction inside the base itself. Everything outside is kind of scamas and vehicles ruin this very, very easily, but the inside attack and defense is a lot of fun at this space. That's all I'm going to say on it. NS Secure Data. I like this base. The spawns are relatively similar. This looks like actually a little bit further. I like fighting in here. I like fighting on this bridge. You can drop off and do some flanks even deeper. And I like fighting in and around this base. This infantry fight is a lot of fun when it's infantry. Very good base. I like it when it's a little bit smaller too. A lot of good bases actually on Indar. I'm curious to see the comparison between the other continents and how many good bases they have, especially singles. Because most of the triple defense bases are going to be on the list. All the tech plants are going to be on there, and then maybe 1 or 2 of the other facilities. I'm not a big fan of biolabs. I'll say it again. I'm not a big fan. 1 out of 10 fights to me are fun on those maps. Everyone just kind of knows how to play them and just kind of bogs them down or camps on one single point. So it becomes a clusterfuck very quickly. And with auto spawns, it makes it very difficult to piece control on that map. I kill Zyros. It doesn't matter. He's going to instantly respawn. Makes it very difficult to progress sometimes in the biolab without pop. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment. If there's a base on here that you dislike or you like that I missed, let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much.